Do you want? Why do I feel discouraged? And why did the shadow come? Why do my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and but when Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eyes is on the sparrow, and I know He watches over me. His eyes on the sparrow. Whew. She always got I don't know, she a little bit spoiled. So every now and then she'll stop be independent and come and demand some loving. So I have to give her some loving or she won't leave me alone. But I invested in myself. I got me some new color pencils from Five and Below. I need to get me a new sketchbook because, as you can see, my sketchbook has gone through it. So I need to get me a new sketchbook. But that'll be next time. You know, when you're broke, you got to get stuff in increments. You can't you can't just get it all at one time. Um, but yeah, today's topic, the impossible task. You ever felt like God gave you a task and you feel like you're doing your best to be obedient, but it just feels like nothing is working? And it's just like, God, why did you give me this task? Like, this task is really hard. And I feel like I've really given it all that I've got, all of my resources, all of my time, all of my energy, just everything. And nothing is working. This is too hard for one person. It feels impossible. I can't do this alone. I don't want to fail you, God, but I don't know what else to do. I have nothing left. That's how I feel. I feel like complete the task. It can be hard, especially when he give you one of those impossible tasks. You like, I know God, you say nothing is impossible when it comes to you, but this right here, it feels impossible. And I don't know what else to do. Will, will I still be blessed for being obedient even if I didn't complete the task? That's what, it got me wondering. start doing some reading. It made me think of, is it Abraham? I believe it is. And his son Isaac, I believe it is. But God told him to basically sacrifice Isaac. I might be wrong. I might be saying the wrong son, but I think I'm right. Uh-oh. But yeah, he told him to sacrifice his son. Yeah, I'm right. And you would think, ooh, this is an impossible task. You want me to kill my own son, my firstborn at that. It's like, that's that firstborn. That kind of sound bad. It kind of sound like, well, I could sacrifice the second one, but the firstborn, I didn't mean it like that. If that's if that's how it came off as, you willing to sacrifice the other kids, but not the firstborn. No, but it made me think of that story. It's just like that's would be an impossible task for any parent. You telling me to kill my own son. But Abraham, he was so obedient to God and had so much confidence in God. He felt like God is telling me to do this, but he's going to give me my son right back. Like he's going to raise him from the dead. You got to have that's commitment. For real. That is A1 confidence to feel like, yeah, I'm about to kill my son, but God is going to bring him right back. So, this is just a test just to see if I'm loyal. I'm like, is that what God doing to me right now? Everything that he is asking of me, I'm being obedient, and I see that I'm being blessed along the way for being obedient, but it also feel like I'm cursed too. I don't know how to explain it. Like right now, I'm going through a hard time financially, but God just blessed me with a job that I can work from home, so I can still homeschool Malia. I can get my schoolwork done. I don't have to worry about traveling anywhere. But it's like I kind of need income now to, pay these bills. I want to see those colors because I can't see that. Wait, Malia. I tell you, I bought me some new color pencils, and she already trying to go in my color pencils. Like, you got your own color pencils. This is my stuff for my art. Leave it alone. I got you your own separate stuff. But they just always want your stuff. But I just want to see it. I tell you. But yeah, that's no, you go rip it. Stop. It just she in here making me lose my train of thought. I tell you, every time she come in here, I start forgetting, where I'm going with things because she start aggravating me about stuff. Oh, Abraham, Isaac, being obedient. Yes, that's what I was saying. Like, God, I'm being obedient. I'm doing what you tell me to do, but nothing is working. I have, you know, put all my finances into this. I have put all my time and energy into this because I believe you, God. I trust you and what you said, what you showed me. But I keep getting basically a no. And it's like, I can play what can I do now? Draw me a picture and then you can play a game for 15 minutes. But you gotta draw me a picture first. Not with my color pencils. You gotta get your own color pencil. Jeez. We working on not using so much electronics around here. So I'm limiting her TV and tablet, and so it's kind of hard from her. She just want to be on the tablet or watch TV, but I have trouble focusing because growing up, all I did was watch TV, and so I don't want her to have trouble focusing and stuff like that because it affects everything you do, like reading and me trying to do this business. It's like my mind is all over the place. It's hard to just focus on one thing. So I'm trying to help her be disciplined by helping myself be disciplined. But yeah, um, well, yeah. Can you just please? You see, I'm trying to record. Oh, children. I can tell you, being a parent and trying to run a business or just doing these recordings is so hard. I'm telling you, it requires a lot. You trying to, do it God asks of you, and then you have somebody keep trying to interfere with you doing. But that's life, right? God give you a task to do, and then here comes the enemy trying to block it, trying to interfere, slow you down, get in your way, and keep you from completing the task. That's that's what I feel like is happening right now. Like he's trying to block me. He's doing everything in his power to block me, to stop me. And it feels like he's winning. Just like in Revelations it say at the end of times it's gonna seem like the devil is winning. It seems like that right about now. If you look out in the world, you be like, "Ooh, the devil is in full effects," because it's crazy out here. But it's like, what am I to do, God? You giving me this task. I've done everything. For some reason, I just can't get it done, and I have no one to help me. Nobody don't want to help me. Nobody don't want to believe. Be punished, be cursed, sent to hell because I'm not able to get this task done. I've been obedient, but I just can't get the task done. As the first lady of the church, because we communicate a lot. I don't have a mom. My mom passed away. Um, I don't have a dad. My dad passed away, but he wasn't really much of a father. So I never had any real guidance. And the pastor and the first lady have really become my guidance on, getting through hard times and learning how to focus your mind and not letting circumstances, lead you in the wrong direction because you feel like that's just your only option. They really been there for me and Malia, and I really appreciate them. But I had to ask her, I was like, do you think, you know, some God might, punish a person, or will they still be blessed if they've been obedient but wasn't able to get the task done? She said, I believe God will still bless the person, because that's like, she said, it's like if God told you to go and, basically talk to somebody about God, or, try to get somebody on the journey to Christ, and you've done all you can, you read scriptures to them, you took them to church, I don't know, you been there answering questions, just really trying to show them who God is, and try to convince them to give God a chance, and they decide to still reject God even after all the work you put into. The fact that you was obedient and you was there, trying to get that person to do what's right, you would be blessed. And the rest would be on that person. So, because I was really nervous. I'm like, I don't know where things is gonna go for me and my health. It's affecting, you know, my vision. I have to go next week and get my eyes checked up. So the girl might be getting glasses. God, like, I'm about to get you real sexy. Glasses and braces all. Be over here with my glasses. It's all right. Glasses and all. I'm gonna make it work. But yes, my health is affecting my vision. I've been having chest pains. So, I've been eating a lot of, I went and bought me like an apple slicer, and it helps me to be able to eat more apples, because, it's hard to bite into an apple with braces. I don't even think you're supposed to be biting into apples with braces. So I went and got that from like the Dollar Tree so I can start eating more apples. Um, it's like I'm just trying to do everything that I can on my end to, you know, be obedient and do what's right. But I cannot control what people do on the receiving end. I can say stuff, I can do stuff, I can show people stuff, but whether, they want to accept it or not, it's totally on them. After it leaves from my mouth and you hear it and receive it, then it no longer has become my burden. my problem, then it becomes your burden. It's between you and God. God is like, you heard what I said, you know the truth, you know what I'm asking of you. Will you do it? So then you got to sit there and decide. It's basically deciding your fate. Will I do what's right? Or will I be stubborn and just do things my way because I'm used to doing things my way? I don't want to commit to what God is wanting me to commit to, which makes me think of this other story I was reading on the internet earlier. It was about Hosea. God gave Hosea a task. He told Hosea to go and marry a promiscuous woman. Basically, a hoe. And he didn't want to do that, but he did it anyways because he wanted to be obedient to God. And so he married her. She gave him a son, and God told him to name the son Jezreel. And he also had a daughter. Uh, I can't pronounce her name. Oh, but reading the story, the meaning behind both of the kids' names was really kind of dark and just dark. You just like, why would I want to name my child that? Like the daughter's name meant no love because at the time he had no love for Israel because Israel was sinning and doing what they wanted to do. They didn't want to listen to him. So he didn't have no love for them no more. He was like, y'all gonna suffer. And I'm gonna make sure you suffer because I'm asking you to do something. I'm telling you to do something. And you just being hard headed. You being stubborn and you being selfish. So I'm gonna make sure you suffer. But these kids' names, bad meaning. But he named the kids anyways, those names that God told him to, because he wanted to be obedient. The whole story, of Hosea is basically him doing things that he really didn't want to do, but he did it anyways because he wanted to be obedient to God. And at the end, he was blessed. And I was reading something. I'm not sure if they named the day after his son. But I think that's what that was saying. But, you know, God only tells you to do stuff just He want to test you to see, will you be loyal to him, or are you loyal to the enemy? I had so much fear in my heart today when I went to the doctor, because I've just, this journey of being sick, 2 years of being sick, 2 years of going to doctors, all these medical bills, just everything. Trying to figure out what is happening to my body so that I can begin the healing process. But all I can get is, I don't know, go see another doctor. That's why I'm so glad that I was blessed with this work from home job, because it's like, if I need to go to the doctor, then I can just go to the doctor and just make it up on another day. I don't have to, call out of work, potentially risk losing my job because I gotta keep, yes. I don't know. So, because I got to keep going to all these doctor's appointments, trying to figure out what is happening to my body. Sorry, Mama. Sorry, y'all. Where they cut me at to do the procedure, it was hurting. Sorry, Mama. No, it's okay. But yeah, I just want. I've been obedient. God told me to say something today to the doctor. I said it. The doctor didn't want to receive it. So I feel like I've done my part. I can't force anybody to do anything. All I can say is just tell them. And sometimes, God is asking you, will you dig a little deeper? Will you look at the details and use the details that I'm giving you to see the bigger picture? Hosea, he didn't want to marry that woman, but he married her. He didn't want to name his kids those things, but he did. And in result, his Judah and Israel came together and anointed a leader. And Israel no longer had to go through suffering. He wants you to do this because he has a plan. You might not see the plan right now, but he has a plan, a big plan that involves you. But you got to be willing to allow him to take you on that journey. You got to be obedient. You think it's this small, this one task, but you never know. God might be sending you to free his people. God used Hosea, if I'm not mistaken, to free Israel from the sin and the hardship that they was going through because they didn't listen. Yeah, that sounds like a big task. Ooh, God calling me to free all of, to free his people. I'm just one person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. God, you asked me to do this task. I'm just one person.
No, you're not.
I'm not just one person. How many people am I then?
They have mentioned all you.
What?
I don't know.
I guess I'm more than one person.
You have more humans to believe God.
No, we're not talking about people who believe in God. I'm just saying, like, I'm just one person. If God told you to go do something, you might feel like it's a hard task.
No, it's not.
So nothing is too hard for you?
No.
So it don't matter what God tell you to do, you go say it's not hard.
Yeah.
She say that now. But then when she trying to open up something, she be like, I got it. Then after 2 seconds, this too hard, mama. I need help.
I opened my what God I ate last time on the dark last time.
Your chips? You open your chips by yourself?
Yeah. Without you.
Without me. Yeah. That's just chips. But let it be a jar.
A jar.
Yeah. God might start you off with an easy task to do just to see if you go be obedient. And then the next task might be a little harder. It might require some help, but it's nobody around to help you. Then what you supposed to do?
Help you?
Huh?
You can help me?
I'm gonna help you? Oh. See, that's easy. She say, mommy just go help her. But what if it's mommy? What if mommy need help?
I
And
help
this,
you.
you gonna help me? How you gonna help me?
Just help you.
She said she gonna help me. Yeah, life is hard, you guys. It is so hard. And it's even harder when it feel like you're doing it alone. That's why God put a lot of us here. He want us to help each other. If we had the thought process of like how ants think, then stuff would flow so much better. These ants, they're able to build like these monstrosities maze up underground. She don't even know what I'm saying.
I do.
What I say?
Could God do this?
See, she don't even know.
I forgot what you say.
But they able to build these mazes underground, and they're able to store enough food to last them through the winter because they work together. But we as humans, we find that really hard to do. It always got to be, what do I get out of it and able to help somebody? What is it for me? We got to get out of that mindset of thinking, what do I give? What do I get for doing something? God said he loves a generous giver, a person that give without asking for anything in return. He is more willing to bless you with more stuff when he see that you just really like to give and do for people without asking for anything in return. But even though the task seems impossible, you will get through it. Trust in your Father. It can be depressing sometimes, and I have to say to myself every day, I trust you, Father. I know this is part of your plan. I trust in you. I believe in you. I'll never stop, you know, believing in you and trusting in you. Maybe that's part of my plan. Just to see if I go through something hard, will I stop trusting in God? Will I stop putting Him first? Hey, I went 29 years. Well, I shouldn't say that because I started my journey with God at 21. It just took up to now for it to get a little stronger. But for 9 years, basically, or 8.5 years, well, it's about to be 9 years in April. So basically, for 9 years, I've been entrusting God with my life. You know, before I really put any thought into it, God was doing stuff for me and I wasn't even aware of it. But then when you become aware of the things he do, you just like, wow. And I went this long without trying to do anything for you, without, being grateful for the things that you do. Like I said before, when it feels like I challenge you to just take the time out your day and thank God for something small. If it's, you know, being able to have a house. Everybody don't, is not blessed to have a house. Some people live in apartments. And not because they want to, it's because it's the only option. Thank God you got a car if you got one. Everybody don't have a car. Some people got to ride public transportation or walk. Thank God you got a bed to live, sleep in. Some people sleeping on the floor. Thank God you're not out in the cold because there's some people out there sleeping in the cold. It's just find one thing and just say, God, thank you. Because you didn't have to do that for me, but yeah. And I appreciate the things that you have given me because I haven't always been the best child. I've been ungrateful. I've been spoiled. I've been hard headed. I've been disobedient. And yet you still choose to bless me with these things. Thank you. And I love y'all. I really do. You beautiful people. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be back here for our next topic. What would the topic be? I don't know because, God kind of bring them to me as I go. I'm telling you, every day I go through something and it kind of like helps me with choosing my topic of the day. I'm almost done. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love you. Peace. That child is crazy.
Peace too.
Peace too. Thank you. I love y'all. See you tomorrow. God is good all the time.